right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big welcome to all of you for being on this call. Can you please tell your friend, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your nephew, your niece, every single one that you know? Tell them that we are live. We're about to start. We're about to start right on the dot. Okay, so let's use this as a way to welcome every single person that you know right everyone that you know right here. Let's use it as a way to welcome every single person in the middle. Now we've started a journey that is about to change the life of many people. And it behoves on you and I to help as many people to know this journey. As people get to know this journey, as people become part of this project, they change their lives. They change their lives because you told them to do that. Please type your name, type where you connected from. Let us use this as a way to welcome you. Okay. Super duper welcome to by Prosper from Spain. Prosper, it's nice to see you. I normally don't see you on Sundays like this, but it's really lovely to have you. Patrick is nice, Vera is nice, Roland is nice. Peace is good to see you. Belinda, it's lovely to see you. Lillian, okay, Francis, Patrick, Enyonam. All of you on this call, is lovely to see all of you. Just indicate your name and where you connected from. Indicate your name and where you connected from. And let us use this as a way to welcome you. Gideon, it's nice to see. Regeneration Zone. I love the name. From Las Vegas. It's lovely to have you here. And then we also have Emmanuel, from Ghana. We have Samuel. We have Godfrey. Every one of you is lovely to have you. Please, it will be a man's inhumanity to humanity for you not to tell someone that we are alive here. Okay, it will not be great. It will not be nice. Please tell everyone that you know that we are alive, and that we are looking forward to meeting every one of them. Okay, so let us begin. Let's begin our journey. My name is Dr. KOA. I am a doctor and a professor from 4 universities in Africa, in Europe, as well as in America. And my area is artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic engineering, and deep learning, okay, and cloud computing. It's my pleasure to host you this event. I have a lot of incredible panelists here who will be telling you the essence of their presence here. Okay, so if you have not told your friend that we are alive, kindly tell your friend that we are alive. We are alive, and we are starting straight on. Straight on. All right. So the organization is known as Gotbackup. Gotbackup is one of the incredible organizations in the world of data, cloud computing, and emailing systems. Okay. Before we talk about this, let me share a story with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we used to have big dreams when we were children, huge dreams. I want to be a lawyer, a pilot, an engineer, okay, a pharmacist, a doctor. And then as we grow and looked at our salaries and looked at the dreams, we saw a mismatch. You look at the dream, you realize that your dream is huge, but your salary is quite tiny. And so we begin to, rationalize and act as though we don't even need those dreams. So sometimes we tell people, I don't even need to stay in Silicon Valley. What is Silicon Valley? It's not even a nice place. Forget about, some of the great places. Forget about Lamborghini. Forget about Rolls-Royce Phantom. It's all vanity upon vanity. We begin to de-emphasize on things that we know inside our heart of hearts that we like. And then at some point, we tend to tell ourselves, I'm content with what I have. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, are we content, really speaking? Are we content with what we have? The reality is we are not. Well, Gotbackup helps us to realize our dreams, to achieve those dreams. And you're going to see how it does that, because there are incredible things one can be and actually take them and become part of Gotbackup. Originally began all the way in 1997, known as Global Virtual Opportunities, has been providing IT solutions for people from Canada, relocated in 2007 in San Antonio, Texas, now seated on a 10,000 square feet. providing IT solutions not only for companies but for multiple individuals across the world. Currently, it's in 140 countries. And we'll be sharing with you why Gotbackup supersedes the others, even though the others are very, very good. Okay. Now, two things are happening right now in the world. That is what is making Gotbackup really thrive. Number one, are you aware that there are about 15 billion smartphones in the world? 15 billion. Now, that is more than the number of people in the world. According to Google, next year by 2025, 3.2 more billion will be added to the existing 15 billion smartphones. All of these smartphones are accumulating data. They are consuming data. Oh, by the way, when I talk about data, I'm not talking about the internet data. I'm talking about the files, the pictures, the videos, the music, the documents. All of these things are known as data. Data is growing. Ladies and gentlemen, data is growing significantly, and artificial intelligence is the new electricity in the world. And because data is growing, we need a space to store this data. Now, Google Drive is there, iCloud is there, but you're going to see why Gotbackup is even more. Now, because of this need to store data, the cloud storage department in the world is growing. This year, they are generating $134 billion. By 5 years' time in 2030, they are generating $472 billion. And so, if I can have a pie of this industry, I will do well. And you will do well as well if you should have a pie of this. People are not only using the phone and accumulating data, they're actually addicted to the data. In fact, people are addicted to their phones. Did you know that yesterday you looked on your phone screen 160 times? 88% of people will go back home if they should forget their phone at home. A laptop, okay, is being used consistently. In fact, 74% of people use their phone in the toilet. That machine has become everything. Husbands and wives are talking with it. Children are talking more with their phones than they talk with their parents. But the issue is that data is continuously being lost. In fact, so many people are using their phone, but they are not backing up their data until they lose their phone. The moment they lose their phone, then they remember that, ouch, I need to back up. By that time, it's too late. So why don't you have a system that will automatically back up your data easily for you? In fact, a laptop is stolen every 43 seconds. A phone is stolen every 43 seconds. And when these things are stolen, the person will tell you, my issue is not the phone. My problem is with the data. The information that is gone, that is more powerful than the phone itself. Well, there is a solution. There is a wonderful solution here. That's the first trend. The second trend is that many people are addicted to using their phone to generate money. Are you aware that a lot of people are now doing businesses online with their phone? Ladies and gentlemen, look, you cannot have a phone and not earn at least $1,000 with your phone. You can't. And again, it doesn't matter where you live in the world. As long as you have a mobile phone, you should be able to make at least $1,000. The 62% of Generation Z are accumulating income. Look, so many people have value. You have unique value proposition. But a lot of people have not been mentored to submit that value to the marketplace. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're a housewife. As a housewife, you possess an avalanche of value. You might think that a housewife is not working. He's working. He just does not have a mentor. A mentor is someone who will help you grow through what he has gone through. For example, as a housewife, you have the knowledge of endurance. You are a multitasking individual. You have learned how to become a housewife in a unique way. Why don't you put a camera in front of you and start telling the world the value, the types, the intricacies of being a housewife? There are so many people in the world that will relate to the point you are saying, and your value will command its own returns. The thing is that you have not got a mentorship that will help you to use your phone to be able to earn income. Look, so many people are on social media. The juju people are on social media. The pastors are on social media. The carpenters are on social media. The teachers are on social media. The medical doctors are on social media. You are not on social media to earn. You are only probably on social media to flip through others' videos and laugh about. Come on. That time could be used to bring value to the marketplace, and that value will command its own result. Now, Gotbackup leverages on all of these global trends. It helps you, individuals, to be able to generate value and submit that value to the marketplace. And let's get a little bit deeper. You will appreciate this even more. Right now, Gotbackup is in 140 countries. Okay, 140 countries. The organization was just set up last year, 2023, April, and is already in 140 countries. What is it? It is just like Dropbox, Google Drive, iCloud, OneDrive, iDrive, but it's more than that. It possesses and creates more value than that. Let's take a couple of them. If you take iCloud, you got to pay $360 for 6 terabytes for 6 users. Gotbackup, you don't pay $360. You don't even pay $100. You pay $99.97. That is how much you pay for a whole year. Take that amount and divide it by 12 months, and you are paying even less for the service. You are paying even less. Now, Dropbox, you got to pay $660 every year for 6 terabytes for just 3 users. $660 for 3 users. And yet, Gotbackup, you pay $99.97 for 6 users, for 6 terabytes, and for unlimited devices. It's crazy. Google Drive is the most expensive. So we don't even normally want to go and talk about Google Drive. Okay. So this is what you do. Gotbackup is cheaper. Have you observed that? It's cheaper than the existing one. But it's more than that. Let me share something with you. It's more than that. See, ladies and gentlemen, you have 6 accounts instead of the single account that Dropbox will give you. And what is beautiful is this. If you have an iPhone, you can use the iPhone with iCloud. Only iCloud can be used with iPhone. If you have an Android phone, you cannot use the iCloud. So the iCloud is purely for iPhone users. And it does appear that the Android is also, the Google Drive is for Android users. But guess what? This is my Android phone. I have my Gotbackup on this phone. Okay. So when I go into my system, I have Gotbackup on my phone. It's right there on my phone. Okay. And the beauty is that whilst you use this Gotbackup on the phone, okay, you can now have the opportunity to be able to use this Gotbackup on the Android phone. If you don't have an Android phone and you have an iCloud or iPhone, you can still use it on an iPhone. I have an iPhone. I back up everything from my iPhone onto the Gotbackup. I have an Android phone. I back up everything from the Android phone onto this one as well. And you can use this all through. In other words, it doesn't matter the operating system. You can use Gotbackup on every device on the planet. That is unique. That is not easy to say for iCloud. But there's more. You see, Gotbackup is highly secured, just like Android, just like Google Drive, just like iCloud, just like Amazon. The security system is very high. It is an advanced encryption standard, 256 military-grade encryption and security. This is the highest level of security you can have. We are talking about 256 numbers in the right sequence. There is no way you can hack into this because 128 bits has never been hacked before. So to talk about 256 bits, that is 256 numbers in the right sequence before you can hack into the system. And that makes Gotbackup highly secure. equally secured like the others. Okay. It's now seated on a 10,000 square feet data center. It is PCI compliant, which means that the organization is allowed by the Federal Trade Commission to store credit cards into the system. You can set up and automate all your system backing up, and it will do that automatically anywhere you are at any time in the world. You can even use it for your members, okay, your organization members, your clients, your customers. You can use Gotbackup to do bulk emailing. You can send one email to multiple people at the same time. You can even personalize the email so that each person will have the message as if you directed a message to them. So each one will have it as Dear Joanna, Dear Dennis, Dear Jones, Dear James, Dear Godfrey, Dear Amelia, Dear, and every single person will have that sort of thing. Personalized email is more powerful. It keeps the customer right with you. And all of these are part of the $99.97. You don't pay extra. In fact, you can even automate some of the emails. You can say that I want this email to go to these people every Monday at 7 o'clock and set it up, and then it leaves and goes every Monday at 7 o'clock. You can do all these emails. Look, I teach students cloud computing. Some of them will create this email system for companies, and they will charge them $20,000, $50,000, and yet Gotbackup gives this up for free. That is more. Right now, Netflix doesn't pay you. Are you aware of that? Google Drive doesn't pay you. Dropbox does not pay you. Okay? Zoom doesn't pay you. And yet Gotbackup is the only cloud storage department in the world that pays you. In addition to the benefit you are getting, you get paid. And you could be paid significant income if you pay attention to it. Please note, it doesn't pay you for becoming just a member of Gotbackup. No, it pays you for working. And the way it pays you based on what you do. At least you know what to do and what to get in return. Now, before I tell you how it works, how this project works, let me share with you why I decided to be part of the project. You can't rely on your salary alone. Are you aware of that? You can't depend even on your business alone if you have a business. The way the world is going, you need a backup before dark times can happen. You need something to hold on to, because look at your salary alone. It's not enough. In fact, sometimes, especially in most countries where people depend on you, friends and family members depend on you, you cannot depend on your salary alone. Dark times can happen. Dark moments can happen. And that is when you realize that your backup will be the solution. That's why I decided to do this. I'm a doctor. I'm a professor. I'm in multiple universities, but you can't depend on this alone. So how does it work? Well, the first thing to do is that your goal is not going about selling the Gotbackup system. No. That's not how it works. If you want to make some very good income, you got to follow this simple system. Call your friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, neighbors, enemies, anybody you know in the world. Tell them you have good news for them. Tell them you have good news for them. Tell them you have an amazing news for them. Now, they are going to tell you or ask you, what is the good news? All you do is you tell them you have an expert who will tell him or her the good news. Give the link that we have to the person. Bring the person here. We will educate them for you. Your job is done. Okay. In the first 1 year, use that time to learn as much as you can. There will be multiple learning environment, personal development environment you can avail yourself to, whilst you let the leaders educate your people for you. Now, when the person is happy to come on board and use the service, the person becomes a member. Now, please note, what I'm about to share right now, which is a project side, the income benefit, is not for everyone. It's not compulsory. It's not by force for you to be part of this project. However, if you become part of the project, you will be grateful. In retrospect, one day your family will thank you. How much do you earn? There are 7 incomes that you can earn within the Gotbackup system. 7 different incomes. I'm not going to talk about all of them. I'll talk about just a couple of them so that you can get a bigger picture. The easiest common income you can earn is known as the customer acquisition bonus. Now, the customer acquisition bonus is an income that you earn based on the service, okay, of the person being part of the Gotbackup. So let's say that a person actually decides to get the Gotbackup and you are a member. The person will pay an amount of $99.97 for the service. You get $49.97. That is a first income. Look, let me tell you something. If your goal is to talk to at least 20 people a day, we are talking about $50 here per person. It depends on you. Whether you talk to one person a day, you will get 5 people a day or 10 people a day. It's up to you. However, let us assume that you have only one person coming on board through you. That means you are getting $50 a day. That means that you are going to get $1,005 at the end of the month. $1,005 on just a customer acquisition bonus. Not to talk about the others. $1,005 is good income, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a joke. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. $1,500 in a month is good income. But remember, that will require you to learn. It will require you to know how to educate people. It will require you to learn the simple system of inviting people to the system, to the meeting that we have. Now, let's look at another income you can earn. This income you will earn will depend on the level that you are. Now, please remember the first income you earn is an income based on your effort. This one I'm going to talk about is an income based on the collective effort of everybody in the world, but dependent on what you have done at that point in time. In other words, depending on what you have done, you will earn on other people's efforts. If you have done a little, you will earn a little. If you have done something, you will earn something. If you have done more, you will earn more. And if you have done abundantly, you will earn abundantly. Now, these are known as cycles. Let me just give you an idea. A cycle is created when you have one person on your left, one person on your right, and in total, you have 6 people, 2 on the smaller leg and 4 on the larger leg. 2 plus 4, making 6 people. Now, the other, 4 may come from directly you or may come from even people you don't know in the world. That will still pay you. A cycle is worth $2 to $12. A cycle is worth $2 to $12. So when you create a cycle, which means you have 6 people in your organization, when you create a cycle, you have one cycle. Okay, another 6 people in the organization, 2 by 4, you get another cycle, and then another cycle. If a cycle is worth $10, I said it's between 2 to 12, all right? However, let's assume it's $10. What it means is that once you create 10 cycles, you multiply 10 by 10, which means you are earning $100 every month from the cycle. If you have created 1,000 cycles, it means that you are earning, $10 times 1,000, which means you are earning $10,000. So the number of people that are coming into the global system, that will increase your own cycles. Even if you have done your little part and the number is growing, you will leverage on the global. See, ladies and gentlemen, leverage is a very powerful system. You see, Facebook, that man just created Facebook for himself alone and his family. Is that what he did? No. He created it for everybody. As people patronize the use of Facebook, Mark Elliott Zuckerberg became a billionaire and is still reaping billions of dollars per annum. Why? It's called leverage. Leverage is dancing on the sofa of someone's, okay, and that is what this system actually helps people to do. Now, there's a third income, and this income is known as cycle match. And for me, this is one of the incredible income that one can actually benefit from. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a statistics. Let's assume that you have gotten sponsored about 10 people, and each one of these 10 persons is earning $1,000. Now, to end the cycle match, you must be a sapphire and above. Who is a sapphire? A sapphire is someone who has registered at least 10 people by himself and has about 50 people in his team, most of them not by himself. A sapphire, 50. Keep that in mind. 50 people. Some people know so many friends, more than 50 people. Once you are a sapphire, for example, you are going to earn 25% of the income all your 10 people are earning. So let's assume that you are a sapphire and you are earning, you have registered 10 people. Each one of them is making $1,000. You will get 25% of the $1,000 on each one. 25% of $1,000 is $250. Multiply by 1,000, 10 people, and that is 2,500. But if you are not a sapphire and you are a diamond like me, you will earn 100% of the income your 10 people are earning. So if each of your 10 person is making $1,000, you will earn $1,000 on each one. Multiply by the 10 people, that is $10,000 on each one. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some people among us here who have sponsored not 10 people alone. They have sponsored 20 people. There are some among us who have sponsored 30, 40, 50 people, 100 people. I have sponsored over 100 people. And you could make some significant residual benefit. It's called wisdom. You see, wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious, even when it's a secret. So you have a bronze. Okay, a bronze is someone who has got one person. A copper is someone who has two persons, one on the left and one on the right. Take which one you want. Which one do you think you would need to have? Is it being a silver or a ruby or a blue diamond or a black diamond? Type it there for me, because you see, on what you can see in your mind is what you can feel in your hand. The mind is the most unexplored continent in the universe. Okay? If you believe that you can get to a black diamond, you can get to a black diamond. By the time you are getting to a black diamond, you will make some incredible income and you are on your path to becoming a millionaire. But how much do you have to pay to be a user of the Gotbackup service? Well, we said it, $99.97 every year if all you want is just a service. That's it. But if you want the service plus the business project, you pay $119.97 every year. $119.97 every year, and you will make income whilst you are enjoying all the benefits of the cloud storage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is still cheap. This is a year we are talking about. You are earning income. At the same time, you are benefiting. Look, go and look at Dropbox. They don't pay you any money. And still, you pay $120. They don't even give you that 6 terabyte. And you still don't get paid. And yet, Gotbackup gives you all of this. It's a no-brainer. You will also get support, personalized support. Okay, you will get specialized tools. You will get emailing systems. You will get regular presentation. Like everything I'm presenting here, you will get it as well. Okay? You will get personal development. How you bring your value to the marketplace. So let's assume that you're a lawyer. You just don't know that as a lawyer, you don't have to be a lawyer in the courtroom. You got to be a lawyer also online. We teach you how to brand yourself, how to put yourself on the social media, not in a fanciful way, in a professionalized way that will pay you way more than your salary. You will have a community to benefit from. We have several millionaires within the Gotbackup community. You will benefit from this community. You will learn, you will unlearn, you will relearn. You see, sometimes you might think that you are great in where you are, but you are not. There are people in the same position as you. If you're a doctor, there are doctors like you who are earning way more than you are because you have learned how to leverage the doctor from the consulting room physically to the consulting room online. Do you know who my Zoom doctor is? You will learn how to become a Zoom doctor if you're a medical doctor. Do you know who a dancer is on social media? And that dancer is doing more. You got to be a black diamond in this Gotbackup. And by that time, you would have learned so much. See, the knowledge you are going to learn here, it will benefit you in your life, in your relationship, in your finances, and in your other businesses that you will be doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a service everyone needs. We have a project anyone, anywhere in the world can afford. See, it is time for you to tell yourself enough is enough. It is time for you to turn your dreams into reality. It is time for you to go to places you only see in James Bond movies. It is time for you to visit one of the 7 wonders of the world, Machu Picchu. Go to Maldives, relax your tattered body on a wonderful island of cuisine, and drink your pina colada because you have dreamed to become this, all this. It is time. It is time for you to tell yourself, I will until. I will until. It is time. Type it there for me. It is time. Because there are some of us, we are just waiting. What are you waiting for? There are some of us who are always begging, fighting, fighting, doing whatever you can, and then you think and hoping that God will bring manna from heaven. No way. It is time. It is time for you to move from mediocre to meteoric. It is time for you to tell yourself, I will until. And you know, sometimes people think that some of these things are risky. That is a problem. Fear. Fear can paralyze you, ladies and gentlemen. Fear. It can demoralize you. There are so many people, to them, everything is risky. Everything is fake. Everything is a spam. And they keep watching and waiting and watching and waiting to see others will move forward before them. Don't do that. Your future self will curse you. Everything is risky. Look, pregnancy is risky. Pregnancy is tough. On the day of delivery, the child can die, the woman can die, and yet women continue to give birth. COVID-19 was risky. People died. You are alive. You got to push through, my friend. You got to fight your own battle before you win your own war. Look, life is full of uncertainties. Life is hard. Life is hard. Life is difficult. Illness can happen anytime. All over the world, there's election. You just don't know what will happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Where is your backup? You can have an accident. You can be pensioned. You can have an economic downturn. Where is your backup? There are some people, when someone is not doing well in their family, they are sick. Especially some people in Africa and Asia, when someone dies in their family, they want to die on top of them. Life is hard. Don't make it harder. You got to see, if you work more than your boss today, will you earn more than your boss? Unless he's dead, but he's not dying this year. So that's not going to happen. You got to fight your own battle. Cross your Red Sea before you can get to your promised land. You got to pass through your desert before you can get to your Canaan. I did not promise you sunshines and rainbows, but I promise you it's going to be tough, but eventually it will be worth it than anything. On Monday morning, the heart attack rate rises by 35%. Are you aware? People are going to jobs they don't like. Here, you will have the opportunity to earn in dollars, hedge against the inflation. This is the business of the people, for the people, by the people. It doesn't matter your age, your color, your education, your background. The investment is low. It is not even an investment. It's a service you are buying. And then you can now have the experience. Even if you have no experience, you can have the experience and build your own inner being. Let me ask you one question before we end. Do you think now is the best time to back up your digital life? Do you think now is the best time to earn extra income, or we should wait to 2035? Do you think now is the best time to connect and build your global connections? Or you think that 2037 is the time to start? Ladies and gentlemen, the word decide ends with the word side, like suicide, homicide, genocide, insecticide, pesticides. All of these words don't carry the idea of positivity. They carry the idea of death, death, death. You are about to make a decision of your life. The consequences of that decision will not be clear today. It might be clear the next 3, 4, 5 years now. Make a decision. I have a friend in Oxford. He said, those who take risks make 2 mistakes. Those who don't take risks also make two mistakes. Being broke is hard. Being broke is hard. Being wealthy, that's also hard. Being wealthy is hard. So choose your heart. Just choose your heart. But remember, anybody, anywhere in the world can be part of this. Okay? And you can be. Let's get you started. You are going to speak to the person who brought you here. Tell the person, I am going to do whatever I can to start this. The money shouldn't be the issue. The time should not be the issue. If you have doubts, ask your question, we'll address them. Don't put away doubt. These things, doubts can kill you, it can paralyze you. Now, let me ask my panelists here. Okay. So here we have Mrs. Enyonam Sefenu. She is a nursing lecturer and entrepreneur. She has been one of the bulwarks of the African continent, teaching people how to become true, powerful entrepreneurs. We also have Ivan Zajay, a medical sonographer, a diagnostic radiographer. He has been one of the think tanks in this industry, and he is also channeling affairs. So let me ask you, Enyonam, you have seen how Gotbackup has been working now for the past 1 year now. Based on what you see with the service, what can you say that impresses you the most about the service?
Okay. One of the basic thing is that this is a service that provides us with backup of our files. Before I started using this, I have shared it before. I lost over 6 years of data on my computer. I teach, and imagine preparing notes for those 6 years. No, it's not only one course. I teach several courses. Now, I'm in school right now. If I have to go back, I have to start from scratch. I lost all that just because I wasn't backing it up.
Mm.
This is an opportunity for us. There are a lot of people, they don't even know this thing exists. They don't even know. But it is, we are now taking it out to people to know that it is possible that you can save every note, every document you've had over the years. You can save it and back it up, even if your device gets spoiled. And it's not even your own device. You can pick someone's own and have access to that. That thing is something that we should cherish, because it's not easy losing documents. If you've lost before, when they are saying it, you understand it. But if you haven't, you think these are just stories that we are
I
talking
get it.
about.
I get it. That is so true. That is so true. Evans, what has been one thing in the service? I know you've been using the service. What has been one of the things in the service that impresses you? Evans, I think your sound is not coming. No, it's not coming. So I think you should check it. And now whilst you try and check it, I'll get back to Enyonam. Enyonam, there's one thing I see also with a emailing system, okay, especially
Yes.
when a person has learned how to use it. What do you see about why do you think the emailing system is a good thing, especially for someone with large organization?
Yes. The emailing, the automated emailing system, what I like about it is that you work on it once, it is there for you, it doesn't matter. So maybe you just started by growing your organization, you have only 2 people. You set an email that when people want to just have an idea about what it is, there's a link they can use. And you can set an email that will give them that information they need, and it's there for as long as you are using the service. Then when you start growing your team, that people are doing the business to you, you can schedule emails to be delivered to them to give them the relevant information. Like this presentation, you can set it out before the presentation to go out to people that you have their email with you. So it
Mm,
goes to them at a specific time. It doesn't matter how long, it will be there until you delete it. This is what I like about it. So if
yeah.
whether it is 10,000 people, whether it's one person, it still goes to them. This
I
is
love
what
this. I love this a
like.
lot because sometimes sending one email and then if you are using Gmail, you have to copy and paste the email,
Yes,
copy and paste. And then if there are like thousand, you have to copy paste everything. But this one allows you to do the bulking. Now let's come
yes.
to the income side. Evans, if you can hear me, just make a noise at any time and let me know. Let's come to the income side. Do you think Gotbackup pays?
Yes, Gotbackup pays. It is a system that has been designed that when you put effort in it, it rewards you. I've done other businesses before, and being paid, the percentage they are using to reinvest in those of us who are partnered with it, you won't see it anywhere. That's the fact. You
Yeah.
won't see it anywhere because they are the main producers. They are able to reward us as we want. So if you put in the effort, you will see the reward. I've
And
seen
then,
people.
one thing that I find interesting is that the cost of production is not like, it is with other organizations. It's cheaper to
No.
produce. Once you
Yes.
produce and that's it, you don't have any FDA approvals. You don't have any
Mm-hmm.
of these things. That is
Yes.
that is probably why they are able to afford the 75 payout allocation of the revenue. You know,
Yes. Yes.
75%
Percent.
of the revenue is given out to the people, which is not anywhere seen in the world, in the industry.
Yes.
That is a very, very wonderful thing. Now let
Yes.
me come back to personal development. How powerful is it?
Oh, leaders have gone through programs, mentorships that they've paid huge sums of money for. Those things are very expensive. To be successful, there is still a shortcut of it. It's very important. People have gone through the process and learned things. You can come as a new person if only you allow yourself to be mentored. If only you allow yourself to go through the process, you will see that you will change. And before you become, you have to do it internally. It doesn't just happen. Yes, you want money, but you need to have that mindset, that attitude before the money comes. Otherwise, when it comes, it will vanish within a twinkle of an eye. Every day, you will hear people talking about things that will improve you in many ways. Lots of us, as we started, the mindset we came with, it has changed over the period. It has changed and it's affecting other aspects of our lives. So it's not just, we don't just come and talk about backup data, emailing, automated emailing system. What we have here is something that encompasses every aspect of our life, our academic, our professional life, married life, family life. We learn about those things. And that is how wealth is developed. Wealth is
Yeah.
not money. Wealth is more than money. We get to learn about that. You need the mindset to become. And that is what we learn in this community that we are in.
It's just incredible. There's a gentleman, he told me that for the first time in his life, it was when he joined Got Backup, he got to know that he can write a book. He says that now
Yes,
he has a lot in him. He never thought of how he can actually bring it out until he joined Gotbackup. And then he saw that he can actually write a book. He can
yes,
become an author. This man is someone who has been an investment banker. He knows
wow.
all the nuances of investment banking. He's
Wow.
done so well for himself, but he has so much in him. As I spoke to him, he said, Doc, I can write a book, multiple
Mm,
books. But it's never brought to his attention,
you see.
but only here. Because here
Yes,
we emphasize on personal development.
yes,
He realized that he already has the whole thing inside of him.
yes,
It was a matter of vomiting them out, and then a secretary or someone even writes it down, and that becomes a book. And once you write a book, you become an author. And the word
yes,
author comes from the word authority. So you become an authority of what you are good at. If
yes,
you are good at relationships, your relationship advising, you become an authority in that. If you are someone who is good at teaching, you become an authority in that teaching field. If you are a housewife, You write a book on housewife, you become an authority on that. So the personal development, like you said, it transcends the financial benefit.
Yes. Yes.
And you are able to get way more than what you bargained for and give more to the world, and that value will eventually command its own return. What do you see about the positivity and the negativity within the family?
This is the beautiful aspect of this thing. There's no day I've seen anything negative being put on the page, our community. The fact is that life is difficult, whether we say it or not. There's nothing that is easy. There's
Mm,
nothing in life that is easy. What would enhance you if you keep talking about the negative aspects instead of talking about the positive? Because whether we know or not, negativity comes naturally. It is the positive aspect that you have to consciously work on constantly. It's not even a daily. Every minute you have to put your mind in the state of positivity to drive you forward.
mm,
Without that, your mind will always be looking out for the negativity around you, and when you do that, it paralyzes you and you can't do anything. That is what happened. Everything, just mention any aspect of life that you want to progress in, that you won't have the negative aspects. That one will even come before you hold yourself in.
mm,
I keep telling people, always catch yourself about what you think. Think about what you are thinking, because
mm,
as you think negatively, it's the mind starts on the negative aspects. You
yeah.
would have to catch yourself to not to think in that. They say you can allow a bird to fly over your head, but you shouldn't allow it to make a nest on your head.
Mm.
And when you decide to think about negative thing, that is what you do. It will keep bringing
More
negative,
negatives.
more negative. Before you realize,
That's true.
you become
That's true.
so paralyzed that you can't even move a
That's
finger.
true. That's true.
Yes,
And there's so much negativity. In fact, there's a research that says that 97,000 of our thoughts are done a day. And out
yes,
of that, 90% of them are negative and they are repeated the next day. So, first of all, what you're thinking about, 90% is already negative, and you have to repeat the same thing. And that is why people don't
yeah,
see positivities in so many things. And so,
yes,
when you surround yourself, you are the average of the 5 people you associate yourself with. So, when you surround yourself with positive thinkers, positive minded people, you begin to see things in a positive limelight. You begin to dream things in a positive limelight. You begin to move in the direction of your most dominant thoughts. You attract what you think about, and what you think about now becomes positive. And you see, the human mind is very powerful. As you begin to see yourself in a positive light, you magnetize the conditions you seek.
yeah,
You magnetize those conditions you seek. For example, in fact, there's a science to it. We call it a reticular activating system. For example, if you have a particular car in your mind, the day that thought comes into the mind, you begin to see more of that particular car.
yes,
As
very
if
true.
that car was not even existing on the road. Now, all
Yes,
of a sudden, you see more of those cars because it had come into your mental periphery.
yes,
Now,
very true.
imagine you had thought about becoming a millionaire.
Ha,
You know, imagine you have thought about building your own 7 bedroom house and living in your own yacht. Imagine that.
yeah,
But you see, somebody will not think about that. He will think about negative thoughts, negative things, and they expand in his brain, and he doesn't see any great things coming out.
yes,
The
yes,
people that make the world move, they make the world move. They are called the imaginators of the world. It's the highest form of knowledge. The
yeah,
lowest form of knowledge is assumption. The highest
yeah,
form of knowledge is imagination. So that is why sometimes when Elon Musk, a billionaire, the richest billionaire, when he speaks about living on the moon, on Mars, people think he's crazy. It's an imagination. The imaginators of the world, they foresee before we are seeing
yes,
things. And
very true.
that kind of environment is what Gotbackup brings us. It
Yes,
tells us that it's possible. It tells that you can become a black diamond if you want to become a black diamond. And we move in that direction. So what is the final words you want to give to the world?
Okay. Technology has come to stay, whether we like it or not. This is the direction the world is moving. Having a stake in the technological space, because if I tell you that go and look for an app now or get technicians that will produce an app, how much can you be able to raise to do that? It is expensive to do that. This is a company that has decided that come and partner with us. They are now growing in this aspect. Have a share in it. I tell people cloud storage will be 500 billion in 2030. They said have a share of that. Are you willing to do that? What will you give to be part of that? This is what I want to ask you. What will you give to be part of that $500 billion? What to get a share, just a share, even if it's 1% of that this company is getting, and they say that be part of this company and you get as a share, and it's being
You
paid.
know what is so beautiful? What you're just saying reminds me of Bitcoin when it first came around. It was around 100 and when it went up a bit, $127. That was Bitcoin. Okay, and people were saying, nah, 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 nah. Today, Bitcoin is over $64,000 one Bitcoin.
Wow.
So imagine I had taken it and gotten even just 100 of that. The ability to see what is obvious, even when it's a secret, that is called wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Okay. So this is what we are presenting to you. Decide to learn about it. There's no rush in it. Yes, start. You don't understand anything about. I didn't understand anything a year ago. I'm a nurse. I trained to take care of the sick. That was what I trained. But I had to learn this. Come and decide you want to learn. It is not a lotto business. That is the problem with people. This is not lottery. This is a business. You grow. As you grow, you too, you expand in such a way. So if you come and decide that you want to learn, that is when the company is growing, because with or without you, this company will, this service they have will grow. It will grow. We are in over 140 countries in 1 year. Which type of business can do this? And we have access to any country in this world. Decide that you want to get on board, learn every aspect of it. The more knowledge you gather, the more you can educate more people around you, and they will decide to use this service. That is where your income will keep growing. So decide that you want to get on board and learn every aspect. There's no one aspect you say you will become a special. Every aspect. That is where your income will grow with this company as they grow.
Wow, wow, powerful. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much indeed for being on this call. It's been a relish having all of you. Gotbackup is made up of 4 things. In summary, you have a wonderful service that is unrivaled, a service, a cloud storage facility that is not rivaled, because it's a whole collaboration of several things, not just a cloud. You have the cloud, you have the emailing systems, you have the tools, you have the presentation, you have the videos, all of that. The second thing is that you can earn significant income, residual benefit. You can earn $1,000 every month if you want to. You can earn $500 every month if you want to. If you can earn $10,000 if you want to every month. You can earn $30,000 every month if you want. You can earn $50,000. It depends on you. It gives you the unrivaled, unlimited capacity to grow yourself. And then you can also have personal development, self-growth. You will learn from books like The Alchemist, books like Think and Grow Rich, books that will elevate your mental consciousness and bring you closer to your reality. These things, this goes beyond even the business you'll be building. You'll be building you yourself. You'll be building your family, your relationship, your project, your academic knowledge, your other things. You will learn all of this from Gotbackup. And then finally, you have a community that you can partner with. We are in 140 countries. You will mingle with people in the USA. You will have people. In fact, I wish I could even show my screen to show some of it. You will have people in Ghana. You will have people in the US. You will have people in several places in the world. You will cross-fertilize ideas with people of all walks of life. You will have it. Let me see what I can show these things to you. Okay. And do you see? I don't know whether you can see or they can see. Okay. But look at it. This is the this is my back office I'm showing you. You have people from all across the world. Look at the flags. People across the world. Everyone from Spain, from America, from Ghana, from Canada, from South Africa.
You haven't shared it.
Sorry?
It's not showing. You
haven't shared.
No.
Okay, maybe because you're in the studio, but it says here that people appears to be watching. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can see it, I'm going to check the page. If you can see it, let me know. Okay. Let me know. You have people from all across the world. These are just the top 500 people in the world. Okay. Everyone is participating within the Gotbackup family. And you have a choice. Don't be forced, but remember, you have a choice to do this. And I guarantee you this, if you do this consistently for at least 3 years, your family will thank you. Your family will thank you, and you will see that greatness is born even out of adversity that a lot of people don't think about. You have people from all over the world who are championed by those in America. So if people in America, the land of the dreams, are taking this thing so seriously, how much more you and I, who are not currently in the land of the dreams? Let us do this. Let's tell the world that we still have a better way. We have something that will help every single person to be able to change not just your life, but the life of the people around you. And I want to say a big thank you to you for being on the call. I know that the network was a little bit wishy-washy for some others. Okay, the rest of you who have been on the call, I want to say thank you so much. Suri, Idris, Erica, Regeneration Zone. It's been a pleasure having you. You have been quite incredible in your commenting. Florence, okay, Fulara, Christina, Kelly, all of you who have been on the call, thank you so much indeed. We have trainings that are coming on Monday, Tuesday. We have presentations that are coming on Wednesday, okay, from the CEO himself. He presents on Wednesday. Then Thursday, Antembo will present. Then Friday, Chris and Tammy will present on Friday. This is on global scale. Okay, that same Friday, I'll present there. Then you have Saturday, global trainings. Then you have Sunday like this. Okay, as I'm speaking, I know that the French one is also ongoing in France as well. So ladies and gentlemen, we have global expertise that will give you the knowledge. Yours is simple. Invite the people here. That's your part. Okay. So from Monday to Monday, invite as many people every day. Make up a call or two, at least 20 people a day. Tell them you have good news for them. They will ask you surely that what is the good news. Tell them that they should come and listen to the experts, and that the good news will be unveiled to them. Thank you very much indeed for being on this call. It's been a pleasure having all of you. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you again in the course of the week. Bye-bye to everybody.